Joel here with Bodycam Breakdown TV. Today's footage comes from NY Detective. If you want to watch the original video without my commentary or breakdown, I'll have the full footage linked below so you can watch it start to finish. What starts as a report of a suspicious check at a local bank quickly turns into a deeper investigation once deputies arrive and begin asking questions. As they work to piece together what happened, the conversation starts revealing details that could change the entire situation. The breakdown starts now.
Saying there's something going on with you. You know what's going on with me? Huh?
What's going on with me?
They said someone called about you.
Huh?
Did you call us? Is this her?
I did what?
Is this her?
I did what?
Notice how deputies aren't rushing through this part. Before making any decisions about the investigation itself, they're focused on securing the situation and making sure they can continue gathering information safely and without interruption.
Put your phone down.
Why?
They're saying something's going on with the check, so.
Huh?
They said something's going on with the check. We're not sure.
Yeah,
But you're being detained right now.
And that's what they gave me that for the commissary that I was sitting inside for my friend.
Well, then we'll figure it out. You're just being detained right now.
Okay.
You here with anyone?
No.
How did you get here?
Questions like these help deputies establish the bigger picture. They're not just looking at the reported incident, they're trying to understand who was involved, how everyone got there, and whether there are details that still need to be verified.
Someone dropped me off.
Where are they?
I said I was going to catch the bus. I don't know.
So, who dropped you off?
My friend.
They just left you here, huh?
Yeah. Huh? Yes, I
The
did.
board doesn't give you the right to do what you're doing.
No, I'm
here.
not doing it. I told you that I was trying to see what was going on.
So maybe
here
you
with it.
should
Yeah.
have, maybe if you got a check to BSM, maybe you should have asked them then, right?
Well, the person that gave me the check is in the car.
At this point, deputies are starting to connect people to the situation rather than just the check itself. Information like this can quickly expand an investigation because it gives officers additional details they may need to verify.
Where's the car?
The car is
I
outside.
can't hear you. Can you repeat?
That's who the one something in here.
What does he look like?
He's black male.
Can you write down the dates?
Oh,
Because I
short.
can't hear you.
Huh?
He's not too tall.
And do you have her ID?
What kind of car?
The muscle right there.
Was he with a little girl?
Yeah. Yeah.
Who is he to you?
He was like somebody just riding around and asking somebody do they want to do something.
When multiple people are connected to the same situation, deputies have to look beyond individual statements and start figuring out how everyone's account fits together. That's often where an investigation starts becoming more complex.
What's happening? What happened?
Turn around.
What I do?
Relax.
You're not under arrest. You're just being detained right now.
Maintain.
I didn't
Relax.
check on my friend. What happened? But why am I being?
At this point, deputies are no longer looking at the situation as a single-person encounter. As additional people become connected to the investigation, officers have to start evaluating each person's potential role and how their information fits into the overall picture.
Being detained because these are all your checks.
What fraudulent check? I'm riding with her.
The ones that you printed.
Ma'am, I rode with her. What in the world?
Come with me.
I rode with her.
Okay, where's the car?
The car is over there, that silver car. Me and
What silver car? Don't look at it.
the silver car and
I'll talk to you in a minute. Hold on.
At this stage, deputies are still working to determine how many moving parts they're dealing with. Investigations like this can become much more involved than they first appear.
Bravo 6 is reporting to there's a lot of traffic on 95 north. I'll be there in like 5 minutes.
Correct. All right.
Alright, Bravo 7.
Wait.
Fighting. Stop resisting.
Don't fight.
I'm not going. Hey, hold on.
resist.
I'm not going to resist.
Don't resist. Look at your friend. You're being detained right now. You're not under arrest yet.
Relax.
Stop. Relax.
Why are you doing that?
Stop spitting in my face. Just relax. Relax. You're being detained. You're not under because you're fighting us. Stop.
By the end of the investigation, all 3 individuals were taken into custody as detectives worked to sort out each person's potential connection to the fraudulent check. After conducting interviews and reviewing the available information, investigators determined there was not enough evidence to continue pursuing charges against 2 of the individuals, and they were later released. Detectives ultimately learned that Willis admitted she knew the check was fraudulent before attempting to cash it. As a result, Willis was charged with uttering a forged instrument. This encounter highlights why investigators often take the time to identify everyone connected to a situation before reaching conclusions. What may appear to be a straightforward case at first can look very different once detectives begin comparing statements, verifying details, and evaluating each person's role. How do you think investigators handled this situation? Leave your thoughts in the comments below.
Alright guys, that's gonna wrap up this breakdown. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Bodycam Breakdown TV, and share this with someone who enjoys real-world police footage and analysis. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next breakdown.